Introduction. Welcome to the United Nations Police English Language Assessment. This assessment consists of two parts, the reading comprehension and the audio comprehension. The instructions to both parts will be clearly explained before we commence. The use of any computer devices, microphones, books, external notes, or assistance from others is not permitted. We expect full compliance and good conduct during this test. Any candidates who fail to observe appropriate conduct will be excluded from the assessment process, and the incident will be communicated in writing to the authorities of the member state concerned and to the SAAT coordinator in the UN Police Division. Part 1 is the reading comprehension. You will be given a mission-related story with a question and answer sheet which contains 10 questions related to the key facts of the story. You will also be given a blank sheet of paper for your note-taking. Any notes that you take on the blank sheet you are allowed to keep throughout the exam. Read the text very carefully. You may write on the test as you wish. You will not be graded for any marking made on the test itself, only on the question and answer sheet. After reading the test, answer the 10 questions on the question and answer sheet. Be sure to include the entire key fact in your answer. It is not necessary to write in grammatically complete sentences. It is highly recommended that you use the blank sheet of paper for important notes from the reading. These notes will be essential for Part 2 of the assessment. You will be able to keep only the sheet of paper with your notes for the second part of the exam. Keep the test and question and answer sheet face down until you are asked to start. You will have 20 minutes to complete the reading comprehension. The instructor will indicate when these 20 minutes begin. The instructor will then announce when there are 5 remaining minutes and when there is 1 final minute. After the 20 minutes have passed, the instructor will collect the reading test and the question and answer sheet. You will keep the written notes that you made on the blank sheet of paper for the second part of the assessment. Please write your full name, your individual test serial number, and other details clearly in the space provided on the question and answer sheet you receive. Good luck. Introduction. This is the second section of the UNPOL Combined Language Assessment. It is divided into 2 parts. In the first part, you will hear one person describing the mission-related topic you have just read about in the reading comprehension. It will be introduced as the narrative. In the second part, you will hear a conversation between 2 people who are discussing the same mission-related topic. It will be introduced as the dialogue. Please be reminded that the use of any computer devices, microphones, books, external notes, or assistance from others is not permitted. Candidates who fail to observe appropriate conduct during this test will be excluded from the assessment process. Such actions will be duly noted and communicated in writing to the authorities of the member state concerned and to the SAAT coordinator in the UN Police Division. You will be given a report writing form and another blank sheet of paper. Take careful notes on the blank sheet of paper of both the narrative and the dialogue. Pay attention to the important facts and key information. You will hear the recording only one time. Once the narrative and dialogue are finished, you will be asked to use your notes from both the reading and the audio parts to write down your own complete police report. You will have 30 minutes to complete your police report. The instructor will indicate when these 30 minutes begin. The instructor will then announce when there are 5 minutes remaining and when there is 1 final minute. Please do not forget to write your full name, your individual test serial number, and other details clearly in the spaces provided on the report writing sheet. Good luck. Narrative. Reference is made to the incident of vehicle damage regarding UN vehicle number UN.725, which occurred on Sunday, 14th October, 2011. During further investigation of the case, it was revealed that on the night of Saturday, the 13th of October, 2011, Officer Farrell spoke with the same local girl he had danced with the previous night, named Maria. Officer Farrell had been talking with her for the last 2 weekends. The 2 Greek males were both in their 20s and approximately 160 centimeters. One had a yellow stripe in his hair, and the other had a green stripe. The Greek Cypriot male with the green stripe in his hair was identified on the surveillance cameras located near the scene of the crime as one of those who were looking closely at Officer Farrell at the Brickyard Bar. Sergeant Maher indicated that the man identified was the boyfriend of the local girl, Maria, who Officer Farrell had been dancing and conversing with for the past weeks. Police investigation revealed that the suspect identified by Officer Farrell was on a police wanted list. His name was David Papandreou, and he was charged with assault in September 2010. He was subsequently granted bail, but failed to report to police as agreed and ran away about a year ago. In that case, he severely beat his girlfriend named Vasilka Kostova, who was rushed to the Cyprus General Hospital where she had a miscarriage of a 3-month pregnancy. It was further revealed that the relationship between Maria and her boyfriend, David, had worsened because David had constantly been beating Maria. However, David had continued to try to reconcile with Maria. He believed that her association with Officer Farrell would cause further damage to their relationship. David later admitted having damaged the tires of UN vehicle number 725. The Cypriot police charged him with assault of his girlfriend and causing damage to the UN vehicle. The SAAT refused to release David on bail due to his previous escape and promised to prosecute him within 48 hours, as the Cyprus law stipulates. Meanwhile, Officer Farrell was directed by the UN Transport Section to report to the UN Security for his statement to be taken as required by the rule. Dialogue.
Ample Commander. Good morning, Officer Farrell. As a commander of your unit, I would appreciate if you could give me a brief update on the ongoing investigation about the incident involving damage to the UN vehicle number 725.
Officer Farrell, I am prepared to give the update.
What happened at the Brickyard Bar on the night of Saturday, 13th October 2011?
I spoke with the same local girl I had danced with the previous night, whose name is Maria. In fact, I had been talking with her for the last 2 weekends. During the conversation with Maria, I noticed that the same two Greek males who were watching me the previous night at the bar were again looking at us closely from a distance.
Can you describe those two males?
They are both in their 20s and approximately 160 centimeters tall. One of them had a yellow stripe in his hair and the other had a green stripe.
Anything else about them?
Yeah. The one with the green stripe in his hair was later identified in the surveillance cameras, which were located near the scene of crime. The FMPU officer, Sergeant Maher, indicated that the man who was identified in the camera was the boyfriend of Maria, named David Papandreou. This is the girl I have been dancing and conversing with for the past weeks.
Was David arrested as a suspect?
Yes, he was. In fact, further investigations revealed that he was on a police wanted list. David was reported to have severely beaten his former girlfriend named Vasilka Kostova and was charged with assault in September 2010.
Was he prosecuted in 2010?
No, Commander. He was granted bail after being charged with the offense, but failed to report to police as agreed and ran away about a year ago.
What happened to the girl who was severely beaten?
Vasilka was rushed to Cyprus General Hospital, where she had miscarriage of a 3-month pregnancy.
That was sad. Why was Maria conversing and dancing with you at the bar when she knew her boyfriend was around?
Investigation also revealed that for the past 3 months, the relationship between Maria and her boyfriend had worsened due to constant beatings he had given Maria. He believed that her association with me would cause further damage to their relationship.
What is the intended action of the police?
Paul has charged him with assault of his girlfriend and causing damage to the UN vehicle. However, he was refused bail due to his previous escape, and the police promised to prosecute him within 48 hours, according to Cypriot laws.
Is there any ongoing investigation by UN into the damage of the vehicle?
I have just been directed by the UN Transport Section to report to the UN Security for my statement as required by the rules.
Thank you, Mr. Farrell, for your time and the detailed briefing.
It's my pleasure, madam.